Okay, let's start the lesson. I paste password, please check. Okay, today's agenda and critique of homework and Beam, Rhinoceros, Grasshopper, and Revit, and data visualization using GIS. First of all, we will start with a critique of last week homework, and everyone come up with interesting suggestions. I'd like to introduce 3 of them. First, Arisa Sugimoto-san here.
Hi, I'm here.
Can you give us a short explanation? A good suggestion.
Oh, yeah. So my idea was to have digital clothing. It's obviously not to replace real clothing. However, it is a way to experiment with your fashion style. And so I thought using filters that are available on social media platforms like Snapchat or Instagram would allow people to try out new trends, maybe see if a type of clothing would fit them before they purchase it. And it would help with stuff like consumer waste. It would help with saving money, saving closet space. And yeah, that was my idea.
I think great thought and suggestion, and it will be complete service and seems monetize and seem to work well and good idea, I think. Morikawa Sensei, how about this idea?
I think it's interesting. There are already some like commercial product or service doing something like this, such as using augmented reality technology to view a digitized clothings on top of the photos using like depth sensors and so on real time. Some shops are already doing that. Like I think one of the glasses company in Japan are doing this service as an experiment.
Mhm.
Forgot which ones, but yeah, I think it's going to be more popular in this kind of using this kind of technology to do service like this. So I think yeah, it's a good point.
I think so. Good idea. Thank you. Next, Takeuchi Kanari-san, and please short explanation.
Okay, so my idea here is the basically matching application of the photographer and the model or any clients who want a professional photographer.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
I am very small voice.
Can you hear me now? If not, can I type into the chat?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, so basically my idea is the matching application of photographer and clients such as model or any kind of clients that need professional photographer. So I have seen some photographers who offer a job on social media, but the clients does not see what kind of those photographers are strong at, or it is not guaranteed that those users are safe. So I thought this idea would dedicate to only photographing would be safe and useful. So the basic system is that users are divided into two categories, which is photographer and one is client. So um, the users ask clients or photographers to offer the job, and the system automatically matches them with the conditions they put initially. And I thought it is very useful if the payment is also done in the applications. So that is all of my idea.
Thank you. Maybe I will. I think this service will success and for SNS user and maybe useful application for SNS user. So I will be this service will success. Horikawa Sensei, how about you?
Well, actually, I think that there is already a service like this exists. There has been a freelancing matching service for any kind of job other than photographers, but there has been a specific service just to match the photographers and clients, just like this, explained in this text. So I think it's really doable. One thing that can be an enhancement for this service is to check the profession of this photographer, what kind of photos this photographer is good at, like for, I don't know, portrait or a landscape or so on. Maybe if there is a good filtering for the clients to search for the photographer, that'll be a much better service. And I think that will be the point where this service could be a success or failure. Because the matching itself is not that special in these days.
Thank you. good idea. I like it. And next, last pass is. Thank you, Kanari-san. And next, Fuka Yoshida-san. Please, a short explanation.
So my idea is a boat that automatically takes fish around, and I was wondering we could use this for pelagic fishing. I'm not sure how to say it, but for because I think there is already automatically driving fishing boat, but like I thought that if the AI could like remember all the small features of the fish, or that that is farmed, and can decide which fish that they could take or not, and also to scan the fish and to see if the fish is good quality or not. Yeah.
Thank you. I think very good idea, and fisherman's know-how is generally and hidden. So this idea is very good, and to you using AI, and if you make the AI, and it's a know-how of talented fisherman, and the metadata of weather or date and or season, it will be very capable service for us, for Japan, and worldwide service. I think this service, and all there are no people to work and fish because very hard and dangerous to going to sea. So this service will be very useful for us for the future. Horikawa Sensei, how about you?
Yes, yeah, I think this idea is really interesting. I never heard about this kind of service or product from what I see in terms of the AI services. So I think it's pretty interesting in this aspect. One thing I might have to mention is when I am pretty sure that using AI, it might be it's going to be a great success to catch all those quality fishes. But one of the problem with this procedures that if everything is going to be autonomous, then there is a chance that this fish boat is taking too much fish than when people are taking by hand, which sounds good, but in terms of the ecology, it might not be that good, because if you make too many fishes in the same year, then maybe the next year the fishes cannot really, the amount of fish you can take in the next year might decrease. So when you create a machine learning or AI system, you gotta think about how to control the amount of fishes you can take, which can be set for any kind of autonomous system using AI. Just getting the objective is not enough, but thinking about the side effects is also important. But the idea itself is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think it's pretty doable, and I'd like to see it. Maybe someone's gonna do this someday. So maybe you want to patent this.
Idea. Thank you for, thank you, Yoshida-san. And this is my idea and my service. And I launched this service. And memory and place and IT called Spinot. Spinot is Weave and Weave Note and around the world. Spinot is a new service and allow you to access notebook that can be opened only in that place all over the world. And one notebook is placed for every section of 30 meter square. So you can get catch this note and only when and you go there. So this note can be open and here. So there are one note of you there and now. So if you want, you can download it. I think you will enjoy it when you travel. This is and maybe a smart building service. I think. Please make it. And this application was made by Horikawa Sensei. And he's the genius. So and next, and thank you for bookmark. Next is BIM second, Rhinoceros, Grasshopper, and Revit. And this is Revit software. I show you Revit. Just a moment, please.
Sorry, excuse me, sir.
Hey.
Is this being recorded?
Recording?
Yeah, is it being recorded?
No, not yet. Let me do this.
Okay.
Recording in
Thank you.
progress.
Okay. This is only and not use and just show you. This is Revit software, and this model is Sumiyoshi no Nagaya. This design by Ando Tadawando. Like just a 3D model, but this is a BIM model. So this will have information. For example, thickness and 150 and type maybe, and this type and what type we can select these. For example, Renga. Renga is brick type. So change to brick type, and this model have 2D model and information, so you can see like so. This is 3D model, and this is plan drawing. So select wall, select this wall and this model and connected. So this model is selected too, and in elevation 3D view. For example, move this wall like this. Sorry, maybe and connected this wall connected and floor. So move is very difficult. So connected this wall. So, but you can see a lot of many and viewport and connected like this view. This wall and this wall. So this is beams. So you can see many. You can easy. You can see section view very easily. And this is drawing of section. And this is floor and stairs. The outward is here. Okay. And when I move this board, oh, okay, moved this board and connected. So okay, this is being Revit, and today and you can use this Revit model. So I provide and lecture material. So please check and download. Maybe free. You can download free Revit. So you can use Revit. And maybe download size is large, but Revit is very useful, and you can use for CAD, 2D CAD and 3D CAD and BIM software. So very good opportunity to use BIM software. So you can use this simulation Nagaya file. Please check after class. Okay. And today's main subject is GIS. Just a moment, please. Okay, and today and we use Rhinoceros and Grasshopper for BIM, and for Rhinoceros and to use sorry, first, and please download component file. Let's together and go. Please open new file. New line file. Okay, and open Grasshopper. And can you download lecture material? This and link, and lecture material link, and link below. And maybe you can see this file. This file is days and library class 10. And I want to install this component. Where is location of component file is? Please open file tab and special folders and component folder and click. So you can open this library folder. Okay, and drag and drop these components like this and release. And maybe this at IT component will is have and large size. And today and we use this component. And after drag and drop, please restart Linus JAS. Then and you can get new component. And please check this and PDF file I sent you. So you have no time to download. So please check here and file tab and special folders and component folders and this library. So please drag and drop this area and restart Linus JAS and Grasshopper. Okay. Do you have a question? No? We'll start. Just a moment, please. Okay. Yeah, let's start today. I show you today attribute. Attribute is very important and function. This model is just a 3D model, but click this model and you can see this attribute user text here. Blue cylinder. And blank data. And so now this is just model, but here plus, for example, test A and key is test A. The value is test 1. So this model have this information. For example, test B type, model type. And enter box. Maybe desk. So you can enter attribute and by using user text this. And let's start Grasshopper. You can write enter and these text by rhinoceros, and you can use Grasshopper and by Grasshopper enter these information into this model. So let's use Grasshopper, and then if you can successful download libraries and add IT component this okay, and important component L-front is this. I use many times this component and Lunchbox and Meerkat to use GIS geometry information. So Meerkat is extra data here. Meerkat. Okay. And let's start. L-front and rectangle. Okay. Now we don't use this model, so move far away. So to make rectangular, a box. So we box rectangle connect R to R. Okay, cube. You can make cube and attribute. Define. Here, define object attribute. Maybe you can enter attribute this component. And here is key, and this is value. So panel test A, so test C, and test D. Okay. Multi-data. And test 3 and test 4. Okay. Multi-data and connect to key number. Key is like here, like this, key and value. So this is, and very important thing is index number is same 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1. Two index numbers. Be careful to use this attribute and same number. And next is this component, bake object, this component. And connect G, geometry is connect G, and attribute A to connect this. And please press this button, activate. Okay, good. Bake this model, and this model have these information: test C, test D, and test D, test C, and test 3, test 4. So this model have maybe, and I think this is BIM model because this model have information like this. And this is very important thing. And like and a lot of software, 3D software is not BIM model because there is just only 3D model, but Rhinoceros or Revit have and these this model can have this information. So very important and very useful for us to just use analyze or simulation or connect other area for work, not only architecture, but a lot of things. So this is very revolution, I think, and very important. So, and next, this is very simple thing to use this and to use like a BIM software. And next is VREP. And please set one VREP. Okay. Okay. And attribute. Define object attribute. Test E. Test 5. We can change it. Sorry. We can change this value. So let's change attribute information. And component is this component. Modify, sorry, modify front. Sorry. Here. This component and modify line object attribute and connect G and attribute A to A and activate. So check user text. Okay. This key and value was added this model. This information. Okay. So you can get attribute information, and you can get and maybe test E, for example, and you can use match text. For example, display. And get elephant attribute. So vref connect. Check this component, elephant attribute. Elephant. To use sorry. Good. Sorry. Key. Okay. This component and get key number or value number, key and value, and this model have E, D, E, C. So, for example, test A connect T and pattern test A. So check. Oh, sorry, value. Oh, sorry. Key test A key number key. The key. Okay, true. So 2 is true. So, and this model have including test A information. True. So I can get information. Maybe very difficult. So just this is base and idea. So to use next GIS Tokyo and graphical and area of Tokyo and sorry, I want to next is I want to this and make that geometrical area of Tokyo visible and add attribute information to like this curve. And this is Minatoku and Minatoku line, curve line, and curve line have this information. So please make this be model. So yes, and okay, and then and we use difficult component at IT. Please use data is at IT. We use this component and very difficult, and I don't know detail of component, but very useful component. And I introduce you and introduce you GIS data, and I show you this, and sorry, I send you a message. Please check this site. Sorry, in this site is Japanese, so maybe difficult to find and GIS data, but a lot of data of GIS. When today we use prefecture line, so and shape data and Yosei here. This is and prefecture line, and I send you material class 10 and GIS Tokyo folder, and please use this data. Okay. Let's start. And call path component. And right click, please right click and select one existing file. And select GIS Tokyo and GIS data. And SHP file, shape source. Please select this and connect this and Boolean toggle true here and here, and connect S to S and F to here, get value of future. Okay. O Y. SHP file. Sorry. Data visit. Data visit. Get to Y. Data. Oh no. Sorry. And, sorry, so
Are you sure you have to input the second as a Boolean where it says WGS84? Is it Boolean?
Hmm?
Look at the second input, which says WGS84. Is it Boolean? No, I mean the second input.
Hmm?
Yeah, that
What?
one.
Here?
Can you disconnect the second input? Yeah, disconnect the input.
What?
No, not that one. The input.
What?
WGS84.
WGS.
You see it? Where disconnect the WGS84.
WGS84. Here?
That one.
Ah,
Yeah.
so. Hmm.
Does it give you any output?
Sorry.
Are you sure you're connecting to the right place for the second component, the data visualization component?
Here?
Yeah. Are you sure you're connecting to the right position?
Right position. Here?
Or you can just like open up the example file that you have created and see if it's going to work.
Why?
Yeah.
For example, yeah. Hmm.
What does the error says when you click the orange balloon? TF. What does TF says in the input? The left bottom input, TF. Not that one.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Yeah. What does it says? No. What's the default input? I think you gotta input some values there.
True.
True. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Ah, thank you. Sorry. True. Sorry for make time to look. And then we can. Okay. Okay. This moment, please. Sorry. And we can get and curve line this prefix Tokyo prefix Tokyo this like Minatoku and Chuoku and Shinjuku like this Setagaya or Hachioji like this curve. And this curve have just model, and so I have to attribute and information for this curve. So check this SHP file, so we can get value, attribute value. Okay. Zero index number is Chiodaku, and like this Minatoku. So attribute define and object attribute. So, and key is like this. Prefect 0 is prefecture, and 1 is sub-prefecture and administrative area code. So key is here, and value is key and value. So connect value. Okay. And modify attribute. So bake object, this component, and G is discover, and A attribute. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so. We change color and to clear to, and press activate. Okay. Check this curve and preview off. Okay, and this curve, check attribute. Okay, Minatoku here, and Chiodaku, and maybe this is Nakanoku, maybe Shinjuku. Okay, Shinjuku is Shinjuku in Waseda University here. So, and island, Hachijojima here, Hachijojima Island, Miyakejima, and is Okay. This is GIS data and get GIS and data and to Rhinoceros model. So this is, I think this is BIM model and information, and very useful and data. This model. Okay, and then sorry for much times. Next is this is, I think, very fun. This next is this railroad. The first step is draw the railroad line in Japan and add attribute information to drawn line. So let's start. Okay. New layer and this layer off. Sorry. Off. And next is GIS railroad folder and this number 220 GML file and select this railroad section. Okay. Okay, good. This is key. And toggle true and connect S to S and F to get value of feature. And we review. Okay. If you draw only railroad line, a map of Japan will emerge. I really excited. So first thing, look this curve line and really and Japan map. But this is not map and just rail line. So this is coastline and only Hokkaido is no coastline railroad. So Honshu in Japan is this is rail line. This is Osaka, Tokyo, Nagoya, and Chiba. This is like map. Maybe this is Shinkansen line. Shinkansen. Super Express. And this is Kyushu and Shikoku. Then let's check and information. So key we use key and railroad classify and type number, route name, and management company. This name was from GIS website. And there is rail traffic, and we use this line, rail line. And here, railroad classified here, number 1, 0, 1, and type number here, and route name here, and management company here. So attribute information and SH file have and these and attribute information. So we can get these information like Okinawa Toshi Monorail and Iwate Ginga Tetsudo Line. Isumi Tetsudo is in Chiba Prefecture. So let's bake. Okay, curve. Turn to red. Magenta, ascent, and bake. Take maybe, oh, okay, check attribute information. Oh, good. This is the Chio line, you know, and this Chio line and orange and train. And this line is Chio line, and maybe this curve is Fukutoshin line and Nishi Waseda campus. And this is the Yamanote line. Okay. Good. And next, and we can get road line and railroad line. And next is very difficult, but not difficult, but very interesting. Second step is lift the height of the land from the elevation data and mesh data. We use mesh data and lift. Please copy. Copy and paste. Okay. And first select change file. GIS railroad and here G04 and SHP file here. Okay. Okay. This is elevation data. And key is okay. So this is key. Distribute the key number here and value, and we can get attribute information and curve line, get curve line. Okay. This is Nagano Prefecture. Do you know Nagano Prefecture? And here, and mountain and area. Maybe it takes 2 hours and from Shinjuku and to use Chuo Line or Shinkansen to go to Nagano Prefecture. And this is mesh data and curve and please check here average elevation. We use and this data and average elevation and lift height and these index 1 number. And so get this and we use this component, list item and list. And I want to number 1. So we can get 1, index 1. And flatten. Okay, and flatten. Same data structure, okay? 6399. 6399. Oh, good. Same number. So, and bake object. Curve. Okay. Off. And attribute. Okay. And make layer. And blue. Change color blue. And bake. Oh, sorry. Sorry, flatten. Here. Bake. O Y. Flatten. Sorry. Here. Key. sorry, and at first, and issue. Okay. Okay. Sorry. And flatten, flatten key value. Okay. これだ。Okay. Okay. These mesh curve have these information. So next, I'd like to lift this curve and to use this and one average elevation. Move geometry and unit Z. Sorry. And unit Z to use this number. So connect. And this scale is very huge size and like this, and GIS model is very small. So division, we use division. Okay. Okay. I want to get this and drawing and layer and add layer and range and bake object and attribute list item one and flatten. Okay, and value attribute correct. Okay. And in Nagano Prefecture have a lot of mountains, so this curve is like a mountain. Okay, this is valley, so and this ley line is and valley area, and this is maybe, and I think this is top of mountain. Okay, sorry and for my explanation, and it is very difficult to use this component and at AI, at IT component. Please be careful and to connect Boolean through here. So, and pass right click and select exist file. Okay, and attribute bake. So you can make and view model and GIS model to and draw with and rhinoceros and grasshopper. And so check this model, okay? And elevation and height, average elevation, 1 and 870. And here, oh no. Sorry for, I show you and this and proper data, and I send you. I sent you, and I already sent you. Please check after this class, and Railroad 3DM data and GIS Railroad data. This is proper data and this data. So please check after this class. Sorry. And today, you can get these and graphical data. And next is I have no time to explain, and please check and data and GIS Railroad, and it lifts the railroad line to the height of the land, and this is and like elevation and along the elevation railroad. Please check after, and this is a component explanation. GIS Railroad. A. Describe a railroad line and add attribute information to each curve, and draws mesh curve with attribute. And B, and C. Please check after class. Sorry, I can't explanation all. And homework. This week homework is please import, publish available data such as GIS into Rhinoceros, and create new visual data by crossing data with data. Like, and like this, and elevation data and rail data. This and rail data and lift of height of elevation of land elevation, like this. And very simple is good and okay. Just and crossing data with and data with data. And important thing is such as GIS data and import publicly available data and into influencers. Maybe and just difficult, but very fun because and to use and publish data and customize. We can customize and such a data and to visualize data. This and skill is very important for us. So please and try this homework. Sorry, and do you have a question? Okay, sorry for overtime. After, please check and here lecture material, and there are sorry. This data in there, in here. So check and GIS Railroad and GIS Tokyo and library and component library. And this is today's class information explanation. So check this PDF file and Revit data and simulation aware. If you have time to download Revit and use this file. Okay, and today's lesson is finished. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.